Welcome to the Dog Chug. Roger, Ross, this is very exciting. It's our first show as part of Network 216. Somehow we convinced them to let us come be a part of their professional thing that they're doing over there with our nonsense.
Look at this production quality. That's what I like.
I think they were all out drinking one night, and it was like a gag. And they're like, let's get Dog Chug to join the network.
No, you know what it really was? They saw the Network 440, and they're like, we could do better than that.
I think that's what did it, though, is that,
They were begging us once we had Network 440 under our belt.
Well, they heard about Burlington. They're like, we could one-up you.
Nice. How long do you think, how much money do you think they've raised taking bets? How long it'll be before they have to fire us?
I'm just wondering what the over-under is, not really like the wagers.
I heard it was at 1.5 weeks. So that means we get one more episode, and then they decide.
I got 13 shows in the pool myself. So
I think that all depends on if we bring Dan on or not.
Oh, we're definitely bringing Dan on. In fact, let's bring Dan on right now. Dan, welcome.
What? Oh, Jesus, Dan.
What the heck?
I guess clothes are optional when we're on Network 216. How's it going, Dan?
Dan,
shirts are optional.
You know what you need to do is you need to get online and get a shirt from Homage is what you need to do.
Yeah, you should get a shirt from Homage.
No, I need to go to the local.
Sponsor us.
I need to go.
They'll hook you right up, Dan.
I need to go to the local church and get like donations.
Wow.
All right. So if anyone would like to donate to Dan's shirt fund, he's willing to accept. How can they get that money to you? Do you have a GoFundMe or anything set up?
Nah, give it back to Raj.
All right.
He's got like King Henry II and all them.
So I know you were watching the big game this Sunday. I actually saw you at the amazing Platform Brewery tailgate. What were your thoughts about the game? Give us a Dan take.
Yeah, please.
Well, it wasn't so much the game. It was just like the shitty beer that Platform has. And I don't know.
Take this guy off.
You're not helping our cause, Dan. Dan, hold on a minute.
That was Dan. He did. Wow, it was not one of his stronger appearances. Platform beer is amazing, by the way.
So I drink Platform.
That's my go-to beer for Browns games. You got to go with Muni. If you name a beer after Muni lot, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna drink it.
Hey, check out my new
fish bowl. Out of it at the party.
Check out my new fish bowl I found.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, man. I found a secondhand store. It weighs about 30 pounds.
Ross, speaking of, would you drink the Bernie beer?
I did have the Bernie beer when it was out.
Because I'm like a huge Bernie fan, and I like almost all beers. But I gotta say, I didn't really love that one.
That was the Bernie, like the brown ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all right. It's very like heavy. Like, didn't need to be heavy.
Yeah.
Like over the top. I mean, brown ales are, but nah. Yeah, you're right. It was all right. But I'm gonna buy any Browns beer that comes out.
All right. So if you have like really shitty beer, just put a Browns label on it, and Ross will buy it.
The Mac Wilson ale. I'll buy it.
Nice. All right. Well, one of our duties as part of Network 216 is we're on Twitch now, which is pretty exciting. Jess is out there saying the Dog Chug is on Twitch, so the fans are super excited to see us out there. We do have to read some ads, which we used to do these fake ads, so now we have to do real ads. I'm going to bring on the great Sherry to hey Sherry.
Hello, good evening, guys.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for our first show on Network 216.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
So I'm going to give everyone a crack at doing these ads, and then you're going to actually get to compare us, grade us, say who.
Excellent. I have a scale in my mind, and if this becomes regular, we could make it a lot better. But it's the heartburn meter. We're going usually 1 being the best and 10 being the worst because we're measuring in antacids.
Wow.
So whoever gives the worst heartburn loses.
What would you have given Dan on your heartburn scale for his appearance?
Oh, he's like a 10-pack of Tums, that guy. The new shirt, the ripping on the local beer. I mean, come on, man.
He's been plastered since like 3:00. Just plastered, man. He was putting things on Facebook that he was DMing me like all afternoon. I'm like, Dan, you're not in the DMs.
Well, that could work out.
Yeah.
That could work out one of two ways for future employment and whatnot. So, but I digress.
All right. Well, let's get to this ad. We got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
No, it's depending on us and our loyal audience. So I'm going to read the first one. You can grade me on your heartburn scale. So here we go. This is an ad for Homage. So I know the Dog Chug audience sees this successful, good-looking guy that is equally funny, compelling, and damn it, is able to say exactly what you're thinking, but can't quite put into words. Well, it was not always so, actually. Not too many years ago, I lived alone in a sad little condo. I had no friends. Hugh Jackson was my coach. Girls rejected me. I chugged a beer almost as slow as Roger. I drove a shitty Pontiac. I thought the Big Bang Theory was funny. I was absolutely certain Baker Mayfield was going to take us to a Super Bowl. My life prospects were trending down lower than Dan levels. But then I swapped out my Burlington apparel and started buying my team gear from Homage. Within weeks, with those amazing and high-quality threads, my life started improving faster than the 2021 Cavs. I got married, had an amazing daughter with baby Manch on the way, moved into a new house with a yard, built the man cave I've always dreamed of. I was part of building one of the most influential Cleveland podcasts. We joined the great number 2 and 6, and we already have their number 1 show at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. Just amazing. I can chug 5 beers in a minute. And best of all, I have the love of the people. I owe it all not to my parents who raised me right, not my education, the support of my friends that helped me get here. I owe it all to Homage. So if you're a loser like I was, hit that link, buy some amazing Homage apparel, and you'll be driving a sweet Tesla like I do. Homage, it's about time for your life to take off.
He does drive a Tesla. That's a fact. Hey, can you get back from the camera and show everyone that shirt?
Yes.
It's a pretty sweet one.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah,
the old
I
school
got
helmet.
the
I love
Skyline
that
Chili
one.
I know we're always ripping on Skyline, but they got a Skyline Chili shirt.
All right, Sherry. Now it's the
now.
fucking truth. How many antacids
How many?
are you giving me?
I'm going to give you just 2 antacids.
Wow.
Just 2. You did pretty good. The story is great, and the clothing do make the man. Is that what they used to say, I think, somewhere?
That's right.
So
That's
excellent choice of design, and it looks clean, and it looks like it fits. So what can you
There
say?
you go.
All right, let's bring on Dan really quick. Dan, are you still conscious? Oh, nice. I just want to point out, if you get Homage apparel right now, you will transform your entire life.
No, I probably won't.
All right.
All right. Well,
You can't make
there
a
you go.
one. Sherry, thank you so much.
Of course.
Come on next week. And
Sure, of course.
if Roger or Ross is going to be the next one to do an Homage ad. And can't wait to see how many
Excellent.
less antacid you give them than you gave me.
Right. Or more. Remember, it's a backward scale. Yeah. So
What do you have any thoughts about the game Sunday now that we have you?
I should be there. Live and be well, as my family says. I don't want to get too, uppity about anything because I don't want to jinx the team, but I'm feeling a lot more confident this week than I did last week, and we won last week. So
What did you think about last week's game?
oh, happy. I think the main takeaway is we finally got a kicker. And that was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty. And I was very happy to see that. Everything else played out as expected, I think. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but I said a while back that Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to be hot
You did. I remember.
this season, and take away from game number 1,
He had
pretty hot. He had a good game. So I'm hoping it continues in that direction for him. And
All right. Well, we're going to track
as always, go Browns.
Jones story, and if he doesn't do well, we're going to give you a lot
Good.
of
Yes. In the corner,
for
bad
jumping.
chili.
We can't wait for you to come back on next week and do the same thing.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome.
Of course.
Appreciate any chance we get to work with you. So go
Thank
Browns.
you. Go Browns.
Go Browns, Sherry, like
Go
the wine.
Browns.
She's
All right.
awesome. I love her.
Okay, so now, as you see, it's only 3 of us. There's usually 4, but we're going to bring on our special friend from Columbus. Let's go. Kelly, how's it going tonight?
What's up? I gotta say, can someone please get Dan an almond shirt immediately after the ads?
I was.
He did sort of say that he's hoping we donate money. That was a really good way to get us to donate money, is by showing up
Without a shirt.
how he has the best nipples, and it was it made me want to
I'm Crete.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm so glad you joined us. It's been a long time since you've been on.
I am so happy to be back. I love you guys. And I mean, I talk to you guys still, but it's nice to be back on the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so good.
definitely.
I think it was like back in February, I want to say.
It was
Has
a
it been that
long time
long?
ago.
I think
It
it
was.
was.
All I know is I think the last time we were on the show, I ended up on the floor, Andy, with a bottle of Fireball with a handle next to me and a bag of trash can. That's all I got to say. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was a very bad day for both of us.
But it is still legendary. It is legendary. The kids all talk about it to this day. It was the talk of the pool all summer. I cannot lie. They were so impressed.
Let's keep it a legend and never do it again.
Yes, never.
All right. Well, now that you're on, I was hoping I could ask you a couple questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So everyone has probably noticed that Ed, your husband, has deactivated his Twitter profile. He announced yesterday that that would be his final appearance on the Barking Browns show with Nick and Jacob. He's not on the Dog Chug tonight. Can you please give the audience an update on what's been going on with that?
I'm glad you're going to give me the opportunity, and I'm just going to lay it all out there and be 100% honest about this whole thing because I'm tired of it. So let's just get it all out there. Ed, this is going to be hard. Ed had an ongoing inappropriate sexual affair. And while it's been a very difficult time, we're working through everything together, and I truly believe he's dedicated to repairing the damage he's caused to our family.
And I don't mean to make a joke, but this is the Dog Chug, so I got to be
Yep,
honest.
absolutely.
Does this mean Ed in Columbus will be the next quarterback of the Cleveland Browns?
Well, Ed and I talked it over, and we feel that staying off social media will be the right thing for our family right now. He's been battling, this alter ego of Ed in Columbus, and he needs people's attention. He needs their approval, and he got carried away, and it got out of control. So for now, he needs to take a break and start focusing on the real world instead of the Twitter world. And so I will be here available to host in his spot as you guys need me to.
This worked out perfectly. Sorry to say that, but it's
Fire Ed again. Fire Ed again. Fire Ed again.
This was actually the plan all along. Get you. So
it's a terrible joke.
I love it.
Getting a little heavy. How about we do a shot of Fireball?
Absolutely. Let's go.
She drinks right from the bottle.
You know me, Andy.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh gosh. So I know one of the things he was doing a lot of spaces. Can you confirm if you ever saw him doing a space with Prince Andrew?
I think he did spaces with all kinds of people. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey
Right.
now.
Last question. I know you've been talking a lot. It's been a really tough time. Do you think you'll ever be able to forgive Ed for what he did?
I'll answer it like this. As you can imagine, just like being a Browns fan, it's not always easy to be married to Ed in Columbus, or Ed, because he has alter egos, as we know. And me and Ed have been through a lot, and he's the person that I love and I've created a family and a life with. So as of right now, I can't tell you if I'm going to forgive him because things are raw and, I'm going through a lot, but that's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. And I believe that we'll come out stronger. You know what they say, the comeback's better than the setback. And that's what I'm hoping for our future. We have children, and we have to keep moving on and make the best of it.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know where that ends or where it goes, if there's forgiveness, but I probably would think that in the future, if he does the right things and we keep working and taking one step at a time, that we could get there.
Oh, okay. Love that. That's a great line. And if if you need me to
The new Dawg Chug shirt, comeback's better than the setback.
nice. If you need to, I will be happy to let Ed live in my spare bedroom. I just will have to put some duct tape over his mouth. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. And can you send me duct tape? I might need some for myself.
Absolutely. They have brown colored duct tape. You can use that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's even better.
You won't be able to make any noise. It'll be amazing. Oh my God. Well, thank you for sharing all that, because I think it's good to sort of, to
get it out there and just let's stop playing games and, let's move forward now.
Stop the gossip and all that. Let's just
the rumors and all. I'm done.
I appreciate that, Ed. You have my support. Kelly, you have my support. Like, love you guys. So
I love you guys. I appreciate it. I'd like to thank actually you, Roger, Ross, Nick, Jacob, Jessica, Dan to our mouth even. Everyone's been so supportive, and you guys have become family to us, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support and all the help. And you guys are like our best friends, and we're family for sure. And I appreciate it, and I'm going to cry, but I love you guys so much. And thank you, because you guys have helped me and Ed, and you've been there for the kids and everything. And it's been amazing, the support that I've had from you.
Well, you're going to make me cry. So instead of doing that, I'm going to try to fight.
Anytime I'm going to cry, I'm just going to take a shot.
Yeah. One thing. Whew. Okay. Well, anyway, let's have some fun.
Let's freaking have some fun, Andy. That's what with this ain't the Dawg Chug style. Soapbox done.
We are so happy to have you on, and hopefully it'll be off for a long time, so you'll be here for.
Oh, I've been making fun of him that I'm going to kill it, and you're never going to want him back. So.
Well, let me see here. I gotta share something here. Roger, what are you thinking?
Oh man, I love Ed. I love Kelly. They've become very good friends of mine, and I'm just going to support both of them. We talked before the show. I talked with Kelly, and man, I'm just here to support them. We're human beings, and just keep moving forward.
Well said, Roger. And now let's have some fun. It's time for everyone's favorite Dawg Chug bit, the Dawg Chug update. And Ross, we're going to need you back in. Let me see here. Man, there he is. All right,
I'm back.
So, as everyone knows, the Dawg Chug update is we're giving you guys the news so that you know what's going on with the Cleveland Browns and the football world. Kelly she's sitting in the Ed seat, so now she gets to be a part of this. So why don't you get us started?
All right, I got a good one, guys. The Cleveland Browns have unveiled a midfield logo featuring Brownie the Elf instead of the usual orange helmet. Twitter has exploded with thousands of takes for and against this new logo. This must officially signal that it's time for some new Watson sex allegations. Hey now.
Yeah, the Browns are very bored right now.
Is that here?
An elf.
Yeah, he wanted me to add that. That was a little oat to him.
All right. Thanks to a kicker, the Browns finally started the season off with a win. Am I the only one who's finding it a little weird going into week 2, not trying to convince everybody we're not as bad as we looked, but instead seeing everyone celebrate and thinking, guys, we're actually worse than our record indicates? Roger.
Awkward.
Baker Mayfield had an entire season's worth of up and down moments on Sunday, but in the end, stood on the sidelines looking like a loser. Baker Bros are trying to shake off the setback and turn their attention to, cross both fingers, God willing, Watson getting accused of a new set of disturbing allegations so they can get right back on their high horses.
Ross.
Pittsburgh announced that their defensive star TJ Watt was put on IR with a torn pec. While Dawg Chug sends our best wishes for a speedy recovery, and it's our hope that both teams would be at full strength for Thursday Night Football. We really want to see that cuck Andrew Filipponi get kicked in the nuts. So game on.
By the way, he said if the Browns finish ahead of the Steelers, he is going to let someone kick him right in the nuts. He's almost as big of a Twitter whore as Sir Yacht. We love you, Sir Yacht, though.
Love Sir Yacht.
All right. Roger now, I think he's got a top 10 for us. How
We
fun.
did.
Oh, surprise.
Tonight's, yeah, what a surprise.
It's like a daily double.
This is the Ross and I actually, and Ed contributed to this. These are the top 10 reasons the New York Jets are a bigger dumpster fire franchise than the Browns ever were. Number 10, Bill Belichick was their head coach for one day. Then he submitted his resume on a cocktail napkin.
Facts.
Number 9, the last Jets head coach to win a playoff game had subscriptions to FootJoy and Sinful Feet. Sinful Feet.
Oh, Sexy Rexy.
Number 8, the Jets lost the very first Monday Night Football game to the Browns. So, right there.
All right.
Number 7, they couldn't cover up Brett Favre sharing news. They couldn't.
Got to cover up your star quarterback, right?
Number 6, they play in New Jersey. Number 5, when Mayfield came in and beat them, Nick Carnes didn't even write a poem about it. Number 4, their team logo is lazier than having a plain helmet as a logo.
Oh.
Number 3, Mark Gastineau actually settled 132 cases with massage therapists in Soho, but there was no Twitter, so nobody knew.
Oh.
Number 2, Winnie Cooper dumped Kevin Arnold because he was a Jets fan.
Oh,
You
that's so
know.
good. That is so good.
I don't get it.
And number 1 reason the New York Jets are a bigger dumpster fire franchise than the Browns ever were,
Here it is.
butt fumble.
Whoa, butt fumble.
Butt
That was
fumble.
embarrassing. Wow.
Back to the news.
Good. Yeah, great. Great top 10. Christian is on. He's saying to shotgun some banks. I'm not going to do that. I would rather do 26 shots of fireball. But thank you.
Again.
All right, Kelly, we're going to continue
Okay.
with our news. Let's go.
The Denver Broncos had a strange finish to their game Monday night. When down by 1 with 40 seconds to go, they wasted time, called a timeout, and then missed a 64-yard field goal, thus losing the game. Star quarterback Russell Wilson said he believed his coaches made the right call. Here at the Dawg, Chug, we don't want a sexual predator leading our team, but at least we didn't trade for a fucking loser.
Let's ride.
Let's go.
All right. A special Dawg Chug happy birthday goes out to Deshaun Watson, who turns 27 years young today. Dawg Chug asked Andrew Barry if they had anything special planned for the big event, and he admitted they celebrated this past weekend by sending a bunch of dudes over to the Watson compound to play Madden and drink Mountain Dews all night. The only hitch of the night came when Domino's Pizza accidentally sent a female pizza delivery driver, but crisis was averted when Brown security tackled her to the ground outside the perimeter before Deshaun could accidentally sexually assault her.
That's good.
That was good.
Roger.
The Cleveland Browns are set to face off against the New York Jets at home, and they're going to play against 37-year-old Joe Flacco, who has a below-average O-line with Mika Benton, who will be missing this game. We're not saying the Browns are confident, but AB already presented Myles Garrett his trophy this afternoon for Browns all-time sack leader.
Like that trophy.
Look, there's actually a sack on that trophy. That's amazing.
Hopefully Twitch is good with that.
All right, Ross.
All right. After practice today, Baker was asked about the number of tip passes and said he needs to stretch out on an inverted table and get taller. Then he thanked his mom and dad, referring to his genetics. Even when he's joking, he's being an asshole, blaming others for his poor play.
Ugh. Now we see it. Now you can see it. Now that we're on the other side, he's an asshole, and that is the Dawg Chug update.
I
Well
just need to
done.
know, guys, how did I do? I didn't interrupt. Everyone got through their own. I mean,
Well, you took my spot, so I'm done.
I
Kelly,
wondered if I should have interrupted a couple of times since I'm supposed to be Ed.
Oh, you
I
did-
was just
you
wondering.
actually
like,
probably
was
did
it
it way
acceptable
less.
that I let everyone go?
You did awesome, and I liked the energy when people did their jokes. You were laughing. That's important.
Yes, rocked it.
Well done. We can't wait to have you for future Dog Jug updates. But now, we've wasted enough preamble. We got to bring on our featured guest, the guy we all love,
Yeah.
Dog Chug. He kills it. He's been on. Has he been on twice?
I love him.
I think he was on-
Time friends.
Yeah, he was a guest, and I think he was on the night we had people jumping on and off. So
I love him. I'm so excited.
yeah.
I don't know where my mouse is.
He's there somewhere.
Hey, Ross, can you bring? There we go. It's
There he is.
Yay!
Wow, look
I
at
love
that
it.
hat. That hat
Yeah, I had
goes
to
with
bust out the big hat for y'all.
Yes,
Wow.
I love it. I'm obsessed.
Wow,
That
That's
is
that's an
amazing.
hat. Where do you get a hat like that? Like,
Got at training camp when you guys were all there, I believe.
wow,
wow, yeah.
we did
That-
that camp. That was a good time.
That Jay,
Roger,
let
I
me,
love the Wonder Years reference in that top 10 there.
That was so funny.
That was dope.
Ross,
Ed,
I don't get it because you know,
Ed in the doghouse wrote that.
Favorite show ever. And this new host is phenomenal. I don't know what happened to this Ed guy, but as they say, don't let him see your backup. And
Right.
not good. Not
All
good for
right,
Ed.
Jay. Good
Thank
call.
you. Thank you.
well, we're so excited to have you on. I wanted
Yeah.
to have you on because you and I have been talking about doing some tailgate videos. Which I
Yes.
think you had been doing previously, right?
Yes, I don't know. We do our podcast every Sunday at 7. And during this Brown season, I do a little segment called Tales of Tailgate where I just go around everywhere and anywhere and just to ask random people, be like, hey, do you care to film your tailgate and interview? And 90% of the time, they're pretty ecstatic to do it. So, yeah,
That's
this year I want to
amazing.
bring a special co-host every time.
That's
So,
so,
Andy, you're
cool.
coming
I
with me.
love that idea.
Yeah.
You got to go back and watch them.
I'm going to. I
Derek
love
West?
it.
Yeah, Bulletproof West. He told me, he's like, dude, why didn't you advertise this? I'm like, I'm so bad at like advertising for myself.
Well, now you're on like one of the hottest shows
Right.
on Network 216. So
We got the most scandals.
Network 216 beating our door down for like a month. Yeah, man. You're right. You're in.
So a ton of people have seen this, and I am. What my thought is I'm going to go with you. We're gonna go interview some people tailgating, and I'm hoping we can do this for the Steelers game. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to try and bring a bunch of different things to Chug, and I'm going to continuously be trying to find Steeler fans that look like they're cool and challenge them to Chug on video, and hopefully we can get 5 chugs or so where
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
I'll kick their ass, and then we can like.
But what are we gonna make them chug? Because I don't want to give them any of my beer.
No, I'm going to bring. My thought was
I got something else where they can drink, but
I
that's
like
not.
your style, APJ.
APJ, I love it. The point is, I want to bring like a light beer, an IPA, a glass of wine, wine in a can, maybe Smirnoff Ice. Like do 5 different types of chugs, and then each Steeler fan can decide. Okay, I'll pick this one, and we'll hopefully be able to get 5 videos, and we'll all throw them together. It'll be huge.
It's going to be epic.
I don't even drink, but if we're challenging Steelers fans, like I'm in, dude. I'll chug off with those guys.
Where do we sign?
Just
Where do
get
we
some
sign?
natty light. It's like water.
Nasty natty.
Jess, that sounds like a fun show. She's in, so great. We already have like an audience of 1. We're killing it. So anyway, really excited to do that. How have you been doing?
Great.
Yeah.
Bought a house and just constantly busy working on my house now.
Wow. Where did you buy a house at?
Garfield.
Garfield Heights. Nice.
I was checking it out. He sent me the inside of his wall, the plumbing with the shower and the tub, and they knocked it out. Who was on your crew? Because you guys knocked it out in like a week. The kitchen, the bathroom, and you made it livable to get in there within a deadline. You had to get it done.
It was like 2 weeks, yeah, and we had to redo the kitchen and bathroom. Me and my buddy from high school, and
Yeah. You guys knocked it
Pain
out.
in the ass is what it was.
Well, you got it done. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Raising that value of that property. I love it.
Oh, and the Browns, we woke up. I was feeling 1-0. I don't know how Baker was feeling, but I was feeling 1-0.
Not dangerous.
Yeah,
Nah.
What's your journey been like going through this crazy offseason? I know I was a big Baker fan before. Everything melted down.
As we all were, to be honest.
Yeah, we all were. And then we had to play him, which gave me a lot of anxiety. I don't know if you saw my chug before the day before the game, but gave me a lot of anxiety. And then really, I think we saw sort of the same issues that we saw a lot in Cleveland, which whatever, it's a new system, new team, everything, all the excuses are there. But what are your thoughts about all that?
I got no animosity towards Baker, honestly. Like, dude came here, he wanted to turn around, he wanted to come here, he did that. Yeah. We wanted to upgrade, and we did. It's a business. It's the way it is.
Well
Was
said.
I nervous like you? Yeah, that's why I didn't go to that party. I have to when I get real nervous about games, I have to watch them alone at home. Like the OSU Michigan game, I can't go to places. Like I have to watch it alone because I am such a nervous wreck during the whole thing.
So emotional.
I'll come watch it with you.
Like I have no fingernails left from that Carolina game.
Okay, let me ask you this: if we didn't draft a kicker in the 4th round, or
we lose.
If maybe a team got him before us, and then we had a shitty kicker, which is what we always have, and we lose that game, what would we be feeling today? like it's insane how different we would be feeling about the Cleveland Browns. Like I think most of Twitter would delete their accounts. They'd pull in.
I would have told Roger, "Oh man, I'm not feeling too good. I can't come on today." Like I got Corona. I can't make it on. I got the Rona.
Any Given Sunday was a great football movie. He really talked about how it's a game of inches, and that is so true. It's like if one little tiny thing had changed about that game, we'd be sitting here on the other side. I don't know that fans could recover from that. I honestly don't.
We would recover from it. We could. We went through 0-16 and cocaine and all that crazy. Like, dude, we're the Browns fans.
Browns fans are never going to give up on the team, or most fans won't give up on the team. But I don't know that a lot of fans would have been able to get through this season. I think apathy would have set in. They would have Cavs would have been all the rage. I don't know. I don't know that we would have come.
Maybe
back.
Twitter fans are different than real fans. You guys,
You're
right. Disaster.
You're exactly
Twitter
right.
fans are. Most of them are quiet. First off, that are on Twitter, they don't tweet; they just read. And the loud, angry ones are the ones everyone sees. And I don't think they're the majority, to be honest with you. No. Browns fans are so callous. I don't think anything really bothers us anymore.
You're right.
We've been there, done that. We've seen it all. Like we lost a game on a touchdown on a blocked field goal. Like, dude, nothing bothers us.
We
no
lost
more.
a game when it was over with Rudd in the helmet. Like,
Yeah. If we would have lost, it would have been bad. Don't get me wrong, and we would have had to deal with all that stuff, but we would have definitely survived it.
Would you support a rule that says anyone that posts a lot on Twitter has to have mandatory therapy? Like, is that something you think would be a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
See, I use Twitter as therapy, though.
Right. Yeah, I think you need it.
And you might be part of the problem.
Yeah. Anyway, I love you.
Most days, you're right. I am.
I've seen you get into fights with people over Michigan, Ohio State. It doesn't end pretty. Shout out to Papa Mick, by the way, who
Papa Mick, man.
I love Papa Mick.
Yeah, he's the best. And we're bringing our buddy Brandon to the game. He was the one that won the contest to buy the 3rd ticket. So as soon as we get the $90 from Brandon, we're going to PayPal it right over to you, Papa Mick. Hope everything is going well with your cancer and recovery and all that. So we love you. Anyway,
yes.
Let's go have some fun. Let's get to Spit, Sip, Chug.
Hey, Andy, we got some business to take care of. I think you missed.
I missed it. Yeah.
Should I do that?
Yeah, let's knock that out right now. Sorry, AP.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No. I'm glad you did.
I didn't want to forget
Somebody
it.
has to. Ed's not here.
Yeah, I would.
I don't want you called to the office in the morning.
I'm just glad you guys have your shirts on.
I'm here to see Mr. Carnes and. So.
We've even on our shittiest show, we managed to wear shirts.
All right, Dawg. Listen, Dawg Chug wants to tell you about the easiest way to get some action on the NFL. It's Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just pick over or under on your favorite or least favorite player stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Underdog keeps it simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile apps. Pick between 2 and 5 players to fill out your pick'em slip. Get every pick right and take home some cold, hard cash. Use the code 216 and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog.
That's free money.
That's a
Free
real
money.
ad.
They're giving away money at Underdog.
Yeah. That was a real ad.
APJ was waiting for it.
I know. I'm like, wait, this is serious. Like,
You
I
confused
thought something was going
everybody.
to drop at any moment.
There was no joke in there at all, was there?
No,
People
good
right
stuff.
now are like,
Agreed.
yeah.
Homage is being a little more
Thank
like you do you incorporate your ad and make it fun into your podcast, whereas Underdog wants,
They want,
yeah.
yeah.
So we do love Underdog. We're all in a bunch of Underdog fantasy leagues, and it is a lot of fun because you don't have to do any work. I hate fantasy because it becomes a job. Like one year I was in 3 leagues, and it was like every waking moment I'm like worried about the waiver wire. And
When I started fantasy, it was before the internet. Do you know how hard fantasy was before the internet?
it's crazy. You had to fill out the sheets, and oh god.
Just to make a waiver pickup, you got to call your commissioner, and this is not no one has cell phones, so you got to hope he picks up his house phone, and then he's got to call the other guy you're playing to let him know that you picked up this guy, and then after you score, you got to add them all up. Oh, it was so hard back then.
Oh my god, I
Who
can't.
did all the stats? Like, what do? You get the paper, and then you have you have the box score, and then you'd
have to wait till Tuesday. You get the paper, and everyone adds it up. You sit, and then you pretty much would, if you would add it up, your commissioner, I'd feel bad for a commissioner because he's got to add up all the scores. And then whoever the opponent is, with all 3 add up correctly, you did the math right. If someone's wrong, oh, gee, it was sucked.
Hey, this is why I'm not a big fantasy guy anymore. Like the day of the draft, we'd draft at a bar, usually because we played flag football out of a bar. We meet at the bar, and I'm stopping at a convenience store to get a Street and Smith. And I don't know anything. And by week 4, I'm not calling the guy. They're calling me. You got to get your lineup in.
With Underdog Fantasy and those sites like that, what it has done is anybody can play fantasy. Like back in the day, you had to know everything about anything. Yep. And there's usually only a couple guys in each league, and they would always win at every league. And now anyone really can play it. They make it easy.
Hey, thanks for the second plug there, Jay. Good job.
You see that?
The check.
I like that.
We're going to send you a check.
Hey, man, my show's looking for sponsors.
I want to, emphasize that point a little more because I hate saying no to my friends when they're like, "Do you want to be on my fantasy team?" I'm like, I really don't. But then you feel like you're just because again, it becomes a job. Like Heather, my wife, would be like, "Hey, we got to go," and I'm like, "Sorry, I gotta spend the next hour setting my lineup. I can't." And it was miserable. It was infuriating. So with Underdog, you draft your team and then you're done. And
That's
I think
so nice.
Is it kind of like a best ball league then? Best players are played.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Which, if you play in those big, what was the whole craze a couple of years ago? You saw a commercial for it every minute. Oh my gosh. Daily Fantasy. What was the big one?
DraftKings.
DraftKings, yep.
You were playing in all these big tournaments where the people
guys like Jacob.
No, like the poker players that understand stats at an insane level.
They're not even poker players. They're mathematicians that are doing math algorithms, and they're just destroying. We all know sports, and these dudes don't know anything, but they just know how to get the most out of that money.
They said, I think 4%. No, sorry. 90% of the money was going to 4% of the players. That was
yep.
So at least with Underdog, you're playing with your friends. So, you're all as dumb as the other person. So you're just going to have some fun. But I love it because it's not a lot of work. I've actually had a lot of fun, and I'm keeping up on the app, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing good here. I'm doing bad here. It's a lot of fun. Everyone check out Underdog, and you get that $100 promo, which free money.
Oh, nice.
So, anyway, let's move on to Spit, Sip, Chug.
All right.
I brought something to drink this time.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
What are you drinking?
Seasoned veteran.
Lake Erie Highball.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
It's
Delicious.
just water. The fancy way to call water.
Hey, I like it.
Hey,
I got away with it when I would bartend all the time. People are like, "Oh, where's your drink?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm drinking a Lake Erie Highball." They're like, "Oh, yeah," and they don't think anything of it. They don't question you.
there was like a radio show where a girl drank. It was like a contest so you could drink the most water, and she had so much water to win a Nintendo Switch or something that she died. So
Yeah,
drinking
you can
water,
drown yourself.
it's not, like it's almost as dangerous as drinking alcohol. So I respect.
Well, me and Andy almost drowned ourselves in Fireball one night.
it. Never did.
Kelly,
that.
you've never heard Gerard Cherry tell the story when they almost killed him in a football game because he was dehydrated. They started pumping him with fluids, and they overpumped him, and he was like choking on water and stuff.
Yeah, I love Gerard.
All right, well,
Crazy.
be careful when you're drinking your water during.
Yeah, not when you're alcohol, just the water, guys.
Not that
Yeah.
I care about you, but I'm really excited to go out and do our tailgate bit. So I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Don't worry about us drinking alcohol. We'll be fine. The guy drinking the water, we got to worry about, though.
Yeah.
All right. So our
At least I'm not
Highballs.
driving. At least I'm not driving anywhere after all this water.
be careful. Maybe take a bathroom break. We'll get through it. Big Sip Chug is a little game we play where essentially I'm going to read a statement and we're all going to go around the horn. And if you agree, you're going to chug and explain why. If you're kind of indifferent on the answer or your name's Roger, you're going to sip and explain why. And if you strongly disagree, you're going to spit and explain why. So, first statement for Spit Sip Chug. Ross, if you want to come on and answer a specific question, please do. There's been a lot of attention on Twitter about Jedrick Wills and his potentially lack of effort on a certain play that got a lot of attention. So Jedrick Wills needs to be benched. Roger, we're going to start with you. Go ahead and sit.
I watched the play. I have to believe in our offensive line. I'm gonna sip on this.
Shocker.
I'm gonna sip on this. I think that this play was brought up in film study this week, and I think we're going to see Jedrick Wills running in place if he has to Sunday. He needs to find somebody to put a hat on. But no, I'm not ready to bench him. I don't think he's going to get benched. You know what? I'm sipping on it.
All right. Fair enough. Kelly.
I'm gonna agree with Roger actually on this, but I don't like to
There you
sip.
go.
But I do agree with him, so I'm gonna sip. And Ed would like to point out that he is a whore, but he did name this game. This was yes, I needed to point that out. We could not live through the show unless we made that known.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Props to Ed. Everyone, Fred. APJ.
I'm spitting, bro. It's one play. I didn't see our quarterback under distress that whole game. Was it a bad-looking play? Sure. Is he going to get yelled at by his coach? Yeah. Benching him? No. Dude, you draft him in the first round. You're not benching him yet. So, ting on that one.
All right. Well, we're on the same page. I'm also spitting. What?
He actually spits it. So.
This is so silly. There's no Jedrick Wills might not be a great player that's going to get a contract extension, but shut the fuck up about benching him because he's better than anyone else we have to play left tackle at the point. He's a solid player, a decent player. Maybe he's not a great player. Yes, you could use this as an example where AB might have overthought who he drafted when there were so many good left tackle options. But as far as benching him, just let him play out his contract. Just give him his fifth year option. And then if he's not killing it, go ahead and move on. But I like Wills. He should continue starting for the Cleveland Browns. Let's move on to statement number 2. Hey, let's not do Fireball anymore during the show. How about that?
Right. I was just thinking that Fireball's
I'm a
catching
bad
up.
influence.
Yeah. At least I haven't done 26 with them. All right. Based on what you all saw this past Sunday, the Cleveland Browns defense will be a concern this season. Kelly.
I don't think they're gonna be concerned. I actually think they're gonna be they're going to be good. They'll be fine. Miles Garrett, you got Clowney. They're going to have some sacks. They'll be fine. I actually think they may score more than the offense, except for Cade York. If you take him out, I'm saying the actual offense, not special teams. I'm saying we could see some turnovers that turn into points. So I'm going to go ahead and what was the question again?
It wasn't a question.
Do I need to sit,
It's a statement.
sit, or chug?
Do you think the Cleveland Browns defense will be a concern? If you're agreeing with that.
Yeah, I'm going to spit on that because I don't think they're going to be a concern.
Love it. APJ.
We have too many other concerns.
I can't spit enough on this one. I think the defense is going to lead our team this year until Watson gets back, to be honest with you. They had played an entirely great game that whole time, except for 2 blown coverages with guys trying to play hero ball. When they've seen the defensive line balling out, they're like, all right, they're going to throw it short. Let me jump the route. And you just got to trust your coverage and do your job. And they're going to clear that up. It's game 1, and you gave up just 2 bad plays.
Yep. I'm also going to agree. I'm spitting. Ooh, Jesus.
Mine
Who
wear
cleans
shoes
that
if
up,
I'm
by
ever
the
in your
way?
basement.
Davey Manch. That is very well said. This is a completely ridiculous thing. The Browns were so focused on embarrassing Baker Mayfield. I think they they did hero ball. They cut a few corners and they got burned. Good for Baker for burning them, but I'm not concerned about our defense. They basically were incredible for the majority of that game, except for a couple of bad plays. We'll clean it up. They're going to be great. They are going to lead this team. So APJ, we're on the same page. Roger, go ahead and sip and explain why.
Spit.
Oh!
I'm spitting. This is going to be a top 5 defense by the end of the year. I think Delpit and Coramo are going to take the next step and become elite players. This defense is going to have elite players at every level of the defense. They're going to have 2 of the best cornerbacks in football, and I think it's going to be a top 5 defense. I couldn't spit more like Jake. I agree with all of you.
Nice.
Let's have a spitting party.
Spitting party.
There we go. Oh, yeah, everything you guys said. Like APJ said, this defense is going to carry the team with our run game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't let those big plays up, it's a blowout. If Miles Garrett actually recovers that fumble, it's a blowout. I mean, there were just so many opportunities. Like Jacoby Brissett at 146 yards, and we could have easily had another 2 touchdowns. Used to our system and everything.
Almost half of Baker's yards were on those 2 bad plays.
Yeah.
And they were wide open. Like, wow, you can hit a wide open guy.
Well,
Congratulations.
that's just more time for our run game. That's all. We just get the ball back.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the Carolina reporters said that Matt Rule in his press conference made a announcement that, like, if you take the last 35 minutes of the game, the Carolina Panthers offense was actually 3rd in the league as far as
yards per play.
Yards per play, which, oh my God, like Hugh Jackson might have been the worst thing
That
about.
dude's so fired.
And I've never heard him make a stat like that. Like,
so for like 55, 60% of the game, we did all right.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like some Ed logic right there.
Sounds like a Baker bro.
It's like if you have one good drive, but your whole game sucks. But whoa, that one good drive, you're the best team in the NFL. I'm like, yeah, but we play more
We were
than
going to be
one
a Super Bowl team based off that one drive.
I can't believe a head coach said that. Wow.
I mean, it made me think, like, was this not true? But she had, like, the check mark and everything, so I think it was true. I mean, oh my God, you fire that guy immediately.
See, this is why I need to get credentials, because when they say things like this, like, there's no way I cannot follow up with a, what the hell are you thinking when you said that?
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
We'll move on to statement number 3. This is going to be, we're going to switch things up a little bit, and I'm going to ask you to name a player that impressed you or surprised you during the game. And essentially all the other members around the horn are going to either chug or spit if they agree or disagree with you. So, APJ, we're going to start with you.
Oh, wait, give me a second. I want to think about this one.
I got one.
Do you want me to start?
I can start.
She wants to start. Ladies first. Come on. Be a gentleman.
Okay. I played fantasy against my son, and I sat this player on my bench and lost my game because of this.
Kareem Hunt?
So, Kareem Hunt. I expected more Nick Chubb 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt had 2. There was a lot of controversy going on with the whole contract thing, and he came out and balled out and scored 2 touchdowns. So I'm going Kareem Hunt all day.
Well, I'm chugging on that. Everyone,
Thank you.
Chugging on that.
No. What is it? Lake Erie. There you go. There you go, AJ.
I was in thought. I was trying to think of mine. Like, who is going to be my surprise player? And I'll give it to the guy everyone was giving crap to, Njoku. Everyone's like, oh, we're paying him all this money. He only gets targeted once, one catch. Like, dude can't throw it to himself, first off. If he did, it'd be amazing. And if you didn't watch all those runs, man, from what he came from as a blocker to what he does now, he steals that edge every time. Like, he's almost Wyatt Teller pancaking people now. He is a supreme blocker, and I got to give him credit, man. He's engaged in the game. Even though you get one target, he's out there cheering, rooting him on, and blocking his ass off. So I'm going to give it to Njoku.
Good call.
Good call. I'm chugging. Chugging.
And a couple of my friends are not going to like this, but Njoku is going to be a jersey purchase that I make at the team shop on Sunday because I love that guy.
Me too.
Exactly.
I'm getting a custom APJ jersey officially.
Yes.
He wasn't a great blocker. He complained. He wasn't happy, and now he suddenly has just transformed his game. And I think he's going to have an incredible year catching the ball.
Ed should model his life after him.
He said that he made a concerted effort to improve his blocking, that he didn't like to do it. And he turned that completely around, and you see him out there like Jay said, out there like Teller pancaking people.
There was a time that, the Steelers wide receivers would be so good at blocking, and it was so frustrating because to watch
Hines Ward in particular.
Hines Ward was a tremendous blocker.
He'd be like, he'd smile at you like, you little dirty.
At least now,
I hate it.
Legitimately hate the Steelers receivers because they're little whiny bitches and whatever. But Hines Ward, that would be a guy I would love to have on my team, and I hate that I have to, whatever. That was hard. Njoku is the perfect guy. And by the way, the Steelers wanted to draft Njoku, was the big rumor, and the Browns moved in front of them to get him.
In front of them to take him. Yeah,
I love that guy. He is one of my favorite Cleveland Browns right now. I did the big Chug video in his honor when we signed him. He actually responded to me.
He did. Yeah, he did respond to it. Yes, he did.
Yeah. Well,
let's get him on the show.
You got to get you on the show, Njoku.
We tried. We threw the line out there.
You're one of my faves. So.
Well, now I'm on the show, guys. It's a whole different thing.
Okay, Ed in Columbus. It's amazing how fast you become.
It's in the air.
All right. Do you have someone? Oh, no, you did. You announced someone. Yes. It's my turn now. Sorry. I gotta stop doing the fire. By the way, Kelly, you want to do
last week we were forgetting me, and now you're forgetting yourself.
Can I interrupt you? I gotta ask. I always see these incredible videos of you chugging all this stuff, but we never see the video after you chug all this stuff. Is that by design?
First of all, no one wants video of them floating around the internet of you being completely shit-faced.
No,
but I will say, the second I got done with that video, my wife got home with my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And I went upstairs and hung out with them, helped them cook, and they were making soup. And I think I held it together pretty well given the circumstances. She didn't even realize that I was that wasted. So
I would be floored if I did that.
I literally think you're inhuman.
He said that in our production chat. Oh my God, the wife and mother-in-law just come home. And I was
Dun, dun, dun.
Trying not to be drunk is my favorite.
Heather, I love you. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense.
Love Heather.
I think Heather just loves you endlessly, and she's a wonderful woman, and she
is awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that was 9 basically alcoholic drinks in about 45 seconds.
It hurt me watching. I still hurting.
The second to last shot of Fireball. I don't know if you can see how painful it was, but I literally I'm not going to finish this because
I watched it right before I came on with you guys, and you were like, I'm like, is he going to hold it down? I'm like, oh man,
it was hard. But anyway, I got through it.
Who's your guy? Sorry to interrupt you.
All right. Here's my, and there's so many people to choose from. I mean, Roger, I hope I'm not saying something on a guy you're going to pick, but I just want to point out Myles Garrett. I don't think I've seen him that dominant since the Chicago Bears game. Like, he was wrecking shit up every fucking play, and it was amazing to watch. And I think like he's probably on par to like have a season that like just goes so far above what we've seen potentially if he stays healthy and everything. Knock on wood. There we go. Point is, I'm not going to go with him though because it's too obvious. Someone I was really surprised and impressed by, just because, you know, is he gonna make it? Anthony Schwartz. He didn't do much. He was limited production, but he got involved in the game, made a couple nice catches, had a couple nice runs. I think helped the flow of the game, and I think, you know, I'm just excited to watch his production maybe get a little bigger every week. He's like our fourth wide receiver, and I think that is amazing production for a guy like that. So I think he had a great game, and I hope he felt good because he had a shitty preseason.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was doubting him.
He's progressed amazingly since then.
Yeah. So I was excited to see that, and I'm excited to see what he can do against the Jets. Roger, what say you? Oh, by the way,
I'm chugging to yours. Yeah.
You disagree?
If you don't chug to a Browns player, though, like, unless it's really ridiculous, get rid of him. Like, whatever.
I only sipped. He did drop one still.
For me,
Zipping, Jay's zipping.
Got work to do.
For me, you know, when I read this in the doc, and I'm looking, and of course DPJ is one of the obvious, but I'm a Michigan fan. He's big house football, and I figured somebody's going to say Chug, somebody's going to say. There's a play that stands out to me, and it was I don't even know how to say his last name. Is number 55, the center. How do you say his last name, Jay?
Pokey? I don't know. I was going to say him because I didn't know how to say him.
Posick, I think it is. Posick.
That was the guy I wanted to pick. I was like, I don't know how to say his last name. I don't want to look stupid.
I'm probably wrong, but I'm just going to say compliment. People think I'm right. Posick.
I think it's Posick.
Oh,
but I watched a run by Chubb, and he come around. He's out there leading for Chubb. Chubb outran him. This guy, big number 55, kicked it into another gear to go hit somebody. You know, and at every run play, I saw 55 in there pushing people around. And that was one of the concerns with the offensive line. Jacoby Brissett all day to throw the football on Sunday. And 55 stood out to me on that play, and I picked him because offensive linemen never get any fucking credit. So I'm going to go with 55 to center.
Love it.
Posick.
Roger, I just want to say, like, that might have been the most underwhelming signing of the offseason, getting Pochek, because, you know, I was so worried losing J.C. Treader that, you know, God forbid something happens to who's our center?
Harris, but we didn't even know what he was going to be. Really, he only had the one game against Green Bay, but over the course of a season, he was still a question mark.
He's a question mark, and we have nothing behind him in the Browns.
Right.
Guy with tons of experience that could like man the position between, you know, two of the best guards in the NFL. Made me excited when they made that move, and here we are, pressed in action week 1, and like you said, he had a great game. So
yeah, he scored low. I looked up his PFF grade, and he was average at 53, I think, or 55, or it's 53. But still, just that play stood out to me, and he was out there and he was hitting people, and I loved it, you know, in the run game. So.
The right tackle Dunn did really well too.
Yeah,
absolutely. So we just went around the horn with players that impressed us. No one mentioned Myles Garrett. No one mentioned Nick Chubb.
Cade York.
Yeah, Cade York. I was gonna say like.
Well, he's the obvious.
No one mentioned Baker Mayfield.
No one mentioned Ed.
He'll start coming around again.
Come on. Yeah, Ed's in the doghouse.
Jacob, when he asked a similar question before the season, he's like, "You're all wrong. It's Cade York." And I'm envisioning you saying that, Jacob. That you are right. Cade York.
He
should be the guy that. Although, to be fair, everyone's like expectations of Cade York is through the roof, so it's not particularly. You want to see
since it was a sip, chug, whatever.
Yeah.
What was Dan? Dan was making fun of your beer. What does he drink?
Anything and everything.
Obviously, something we don't, because he's wearing no shirt and is incoherent. So
is he like Dan.
Are you still comfortable?
Dan! There's Dan!
Oh, he's wearing a shirt. Wearing a shirt.
He's got a shirt on. Hey,
what's your
welcome to
beer since you're making
civilization,
fun of
Dan.
platform? Huh? What kind of beer do you buy normally? What's your beer, your go-to beer? You were making fun of platform earlier.
Mine guy's truth.
Ryan, that's a good beer. I got to give it to him.
All right, I was gonna pick on you. If you just said something like Bud Light or
you
something.
know what? Honestly, that muni bullshit will get them.
Oh, we gotta cut him back off.
I would rather drink natural light or Milwaukee.
Well, thank you, Dan.
See-
I would
Thanks, Dan.
absolutely choose Muni over, natural light because
Here's what I have to say about natural light. It's like making love in a canoe. It's fucking close to water.
wow.
You know what? My dad was a big natural light drinker, and I made fun of him. I mean, we drank it in my college days. That's what you drink. That's what you chug. But we
When
called
you
it
can
Nasty
afford
Natty,
only that.
and I used to tell him it was the mopped up shit off Anheuser-Busch's floor because that's
Yeah.
what I really think it is.
Yeah, no,
You only drink that
Mixed
when
with
that's all
water,
you can
though.
afford.
Mixed with water.
no, they
If you're gonna drink, you drink good beer. It's just
Thank you.
no, they honestly the bigger beer distributors, they take the keg and like whatever's on the top is the premium stuff. The 80% in the middle is the, whatever, and then the bottom is the scum. It's the natural light. Absolutely true. Yeah.
Sorry, Dad. Love you.
I listen, and I
but then
appreciate.
they take that scum and then they just water it all down
To be
to
fair,
make it even worse.
They do.
rather-
Exactly. Yes, they do.
I would rather have a natural light than like a Bud Light though. Like whatever. Natural lights gets a bad reputation, and I gotta say,
And
the
if
whole
you
I'd
like to
rather
drink a
take a
lot
bath
of
with
beer,
a
natural
toaster than
light's
drink
good.
either of those.
if you're gonna drink 17 of them, Natty Light's the way to go. Or
Yep, you can't deny it. That's why it's it's probably the college beer of the
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who doesn't drink Natty Light in college.
If I'm out and you say, "Here, you want a Bud or you want a Bud Light? I'll have water."
Yeah, the same way. It's
Any
just a
of
waste
them.
of my time.
I'm a craft
It
beer
doesn't
guy.
taste
I'm
good.
a hazy. I'm a porter. But don't give me a fucking Coors.
Yeah.
Just
Wait,
take some water.
what's water called again, Jay?
No,
Lake
it's like
Erie?
making love in a
Andy
canoe.
loves the Coors.
No.
I
What
bought
do you
one
call
once and I
water?
chugged
Lake
it.
Erie highball, or what did you
Oh,
call it?
Lake Erie highballs.
Yeah, I want to use that for the rest of my life. And I'm gonna give you credit though, but I just love it because it's so good. It's so crafty.
You take it for yourself. You don't have to give me
Thank
credit.
you. I'm gonna say that. Does anybody want some Lake Erie a highball? And my kids are gonna look at me, and I'm gonna say it forever now because I love it.
Like your highball. Let's go. Okay, let's go on to our fourth statement of Spit Sip Chug. We're going to revert back to the original rules. And let's see. We'll start with you, APJ. This will be Terry Francona's final season as manager of the Cleveland Guardians. And a lot of speculation.
But
He's coming back.
I was listening to Andre Knott and how much he says he loves playing or coaching specifically this team. Like he's coached World Series championships with Alex Rudd or David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez, and he enjoys coaching these kids more than any coaching job he's ever done. He loves the way they play, and they embody what he wants to be as a baseball player.
Love it. I am also going to spit.
Oh, and I don't want it to ever happen. He needs to stay there forever.
I don't know how much longer he's going to play, but there's no way he's going to stop managing this year, in my opinion, because oh my God, this team is so ready to pop next year. It's ready. All he said was like it's getting harder. He's acknowledging that like getting older sucks. He didn't say like this might be it for me. All the speculation is nonsense. He's coming back. He's going to be here. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. Roger.
Hey, guess what? I mean, when I go to work every day, it gets harder every day.
Yeah.
Big surprise. I get older.
Yeah.
Roger.
I'm spitting.
Yeah, you're the Guardian guru here. So if you spit, that means it's
This
good.
is a record for me on Spit Sip Chug.
It really is.
You only
And-
spit-
Are
I'm
you a
spitting.
fence sitter?
Hey, if you were watching the game the other day, I watched Tito go out there and tear into the fucking umpire, and then you turn around and say, yeah, he's going to retire at the end of the year. You're out of your mind. He's loving the game of baseball. He loves this team that he's bringing up. And like Jay said, they're just getting started. and Tito's going to ride him all the way to the World Series and win a World Championship for the Cleveland Guardians in the city of Cleveland.
He's got unfinished business. I love it. Tell it.
I'm going to go with the majority and spit on this. And Roger stole my thunder because I was gonna say they're gonna. I think next year it's World Series. How many times he's had health issues, everything where he was, out and all that. He didn't quit. He's not quitting now. He's gonna be here for a few more years. He's got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going nowhere. Unlike Ed, he's bye-bye.
He's
wait a second.
Terry's like,
Yep.
I ain't going fucking nowhere.
He's a heart machine to the dugout. He ain't going nowhere.
What's all this talk about winning the World Series next year? What about this year?
Well,
Who's
this year,
coming us
next
out
year,
this
all
year?
years.
What? Who's the big scary team that I'm afraid of? The Yankees? They suck.
You
The
know,
Yankees can't play
They're a bunch
October
of
baseball.
themselves.
Hey,
That's
the
what I'm
Yankees
afraid
can't.
of.
You can hit home runs and win the regular season, but home runs aren't going to win you a world championship in October.
The
Not with
Guardians
the
are
pitching
built
in
to
October
win
when it
in
starts to
postseason.
buckle down. Not going to happen.
Yep.
You're going to walk Aaron Judge. You're not going to keep throwing at him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. The Yankees
I
will be in
can't
trouble.
wait. I can't wait for some more Guardians talk on the Dog Chug too, since I'll be here.
Tampa Bay and Cleveland are the two teams to really watch right now, man.
Right now,
In the American League.
this is the crazy thing about the Guardians. They're on such a great tear. The next 9 games are against the Chicago White Sox and the Twins.
Yeah.
We have to get through this stretch without having another situation where we lose 5 in a row or whatever.
Meltdown.
No, they'll go 5-4, and they'll
Go 5
win.
and 4 and we're gold.
5-4,
Yep.
they lock up the division.
Take it all day.
You got any
5-4, they
weekend
lock
games
it up.
coming up?
What's that?
Are they home for the next weekend?
I don't know, but they
I need to go to a game soon.
we have a home game tomorrow and then we go on the road. So,
Oh.
but anyway, whatever. You just gotta hover around 500 and we're gold.
We're at home, then we go to Chicago on Tuesday, and then back. Then we're going to Texas after Chicago. So it's at home against the Twins, and then we go to Chicago, and then we head to Texas.
Yeah, and win tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big game.
And then we got the Rays after
We have
that.
a makeup game against
I hate the race.
tomorrow. 1 o'clock.
All I'm asking is anyone that goes to those games, just be loud, man.
Just be
I
loud.
went to a game this year, and I
Right.
think it was because it was a day game. Everyone around me was so quiet. I'm screaming the whole time. I literally turn around. I'm like, come on, let's get up. Let's get this team going. Come on.
APJ, you know how I am.
The
I'll
city
be
of Cleveland,
crazy.
the city of Cleveland's going to flip the switch after these 9 games. They're going to
Yeah.
flip the switch on the Guardians, and they're going to start showing up down there, and they'll be ready for October baseball. And that's the way it happens. That's the way it happens. Other than between 95 and 99 when there was no football. And that's
When it comes to the postseason, they sell out there
Right.
big time.
Right.
That
Yep.
crowd does get rowdier, but
they lock
They're
up
very
the Central,
calm
and
during the
Cleveland's going to
regular
flip the switch on it, and the city's going to be nuts for the Guardians. And it's going to be a fun time.
I just think the team deserves that flip now.
Yep, I agree.
Here's my amazing situation. I think we have 21 games that we're going to play in 21 days starting tomorrow. And my son will be born or scheduled to be born the day after that. So I have 21 days of leading up to the playoffs to get me to that point. And then right after he's born, then the playoffs will start. It's so exciting. I'm like,
This is awesome.
I've never had, I can't remember a Indians team that I was this passionate about, because I haven't seen a team that was this much fun to watch every day. I love every player. It's so amazing.
How old are you, Andy?
Well, yeah, I went through the 90s, so I'm probably saying that maybe I didn't appreciate it enough then. And I've had so many teams I've loved since then, but I don't think I've had a team I love this much. Just because, every young guy is just every time they come in the bat, it's amazing. I just love it. It's so good. I sound like Nick Kerr.
Andy, why are you not answering the question how old you are? Ed wants to know.
I'm 44.
Yeah, you're older than me. You should really know those 90s teams then.
Yeah, I love those 90 teams. My fucking soul was in those 90 teams. I cried
Dude,
my eyes out over those teams.
Yeah, 97, I fell asleep crying. I woke up from nightmares all night from that Game 7 crying. And then I woke up in the morning. I'm like, wait, did that really happen? Like, it was so hard for me to take that in.
No, it really
Omar
was.
was
Oh
my
God,
favorite player.
Devastating.
But this team is right there with them. You're right. Like, they really are. Like, it's 1A and 1B with who I like watching the most. And it's weird because they're so different. Like, one team was really double, like the 90s team was doubles and home runs. And this team's like singles and doubles, which is, it's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's the baseball I like. Like, I love just getting on base. Like, find a way to hit the ball and play. Like, I love that. I love making.
I like high average. It's all I care. Like, just bat around 300.
Give me 9 hitters that can hit 300, and I don't care what their fucking extra bases numbers are, all that shit. Like, I would love that team, and I just love the approach. I love the at-bats. I love that they take batters to pitchers to, deep counts. Like, this team is amazing. We expected it was coming, but like for it to come this fast, it's just been phenomenal.
We got the probably the rookie of the year playing left field. I saw a stat where that he the outside strike zone for left-handed hitters. He leaves umpires are calling strikes on outside pitches that he takes at the high, like double the rate of any other lefty in Major League Baseball, and he's still killing the baseball. He's amazing, man. Stephen Kwan is amazing. He's a star in the making.
What you're talking about.
He's part of the core of this team that's going to win a world championship, man.
I mean, on top of how statistically awesome he is, my favorite thing about him is his enthusiasm. He pumps that team up. Like when someone does great, you see him, he's jacked up, or he gets a triple, he jumps up and he's jacked up. And Naylor's the same way. Like they like
playing with each other. They like winning for each other. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I'm so I know everyone was pissed that we didn't re-sign Lindor, but like,
no,
the passive aggressiveness coming from that man. Like, I'm so glad he's not in the locker room anymore. I'm so glad they signed Ramirez for an amazing contract.
Ahmed Rosario is better than Lindor. He may not be a little less statistically or defensively, but I'd take his bat over Lindor's. I don't care. I'd rather have a guy batting 300 than a guy batting 250, striking out a million times, but hits home runs, and that's it.
I am agreeing with you.
And he costs, what, an eighth of what he cost him?
Yep.
Exactly. Nothing.
And Gimenez is going to pass him up once he moves to short anyways.
Right. Yeah. And, oh, my God. The talent bubbling at the AAA level right now is insane. Like, I can't even imagine how fun this team is going to be to watch the beginning of next year.
Could you guys just imagine if we would have signed Lindor and we didn't sign Jose? How crappy that would be.
Yeah, they did the right thing.
Let's just never question that front office ever again. And another thing, everyone hates on the learners, right? They get so mad because they don't spend no money. Like, I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but not one Major League Baseball team owner spends money out of their pocket. All the money on all their salary caps is what the team generates. So if it's just unprecedented, no one spends out of their pocket of what they make outside of baseball on the team. So please, you want better players, go to the games. Buy more.
To be honest, we've done good creating players and shaping players. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had good players. Don't act like great pitching.
We've always had great players,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we've developed these players in other teams. Like Richie Sexton's one that just comes to my mind off the top of my head. But you know what I mean? Like, there's been players that we've had and developed, and they,
it's not our owner's problem. It's a baseball problem. Yeah, and they're never going to do a salary cap, so they should do profit sharing. And like the Yankees should make the same amount as the Indians, just because a city has a greater population, they shouldn't get a better advantage than other teams. That's unfair, and that's not what sports is about.
You know what? It just. I heard a caller. I was on my way to pick up my son tonight after basketball conditioning, and a guy called Chico, and he's like, "That owner, he ain't spending money." And but where do you want to put a guy? Maybe first base. Maybe we could, but that's a tired, old, lazy argument. We don't have the potential rookie of the year in left field. Our center fielder right now, there's two guys that play out there, but one's hitting over 300. Our right fielder, everybody you put out there is hitting a baseball. You know, maybe
Your center fielder can
it's so
win a Gold
lazy.
Glove.
They're building within. You know, Miller.
You got 3 Cy Young winners in Class A, Sticks and Beaver. Like, dude, stop crying about this team, people, and support them.
This team loves playing together. You know, other than Miller Huggins was the manager of Murderers Row, and he said they show up in 27 different taxi cabs. They didn't even like each other. But other than that, this team loves playing baseball together, and that's what it takes to win a world championship. You know, to play for each other. Let's move on to the next sip.
Yeah, I think we've gone through that. I love this Guardians. I think we need to talk more Guardians, especially now. So I love it.
I agree.
You know who we got to have on?
Start talking. I was ready for it, man. I love.
We got to
bring
Chuck. Andy, we got to bring Chuck in.
Chuck
and I. Chuck in.
We're gonna get him on. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely getting Chuck in here.
Get Chuck.
And I just wanted to close this out by saying, like, 100%. Everyone was pissed we didn't make a lot of moves. The best thing the Guardians could have done was to just see what they had, and it's completely worked out, and now we all love it. So
best move they moved was the move they didn't make.
Yeah.
This team, and oh my God, I don't think anyone comprehends how fun this team is going to continue to get. Like, it's
they're younger than any AAA team.
Yeah.
Let alone baseball.
But there are guys that are on the cusp of being like some of the biggest prospects in baseball that are going to be able to like fill in where we need them. And oh my God. Anyway, they've done a phenomenal job. We've always had to play with like a short deck because of the payroll situation. Like you said, the rules should be changed potentially, but right now they are holding like a straight flush. So do
you know how mad the Tigers, White Sox are right now? They're like, we just had to go through a long rebuild and we're just now coming up. They were supposed to be in rebuild and they're in first place. Like, do you know how frustrating that is for those teams?
The White Sox right now, they got to get rid of La Russa. They got a lot of talent on that baseball team. They need a young, fresh manager. Thank God they don't have one because they got a lot of talent on that baseball team. So as far as I'm concerned, keep La Russa.
Screw them. I'm always positive unless we're talking about the.
Oh yeah, I hate the White Sox, dude. I can't stand the White Sox. You're gonna hate this, but I actually like the Cubs.
No, don't care.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to win.
I have an affinity for them until the World Series.
Yeah.
Everybody lives in Wrigleyville.
Yeah.
Literally, the only team that I would not hate if they beat us in the World Series were the Cubs. And before that season started, my really good friend who works with me from Chicago, I looked at him, I go, I'll bet you money the Indians will lose the Cubs in the World Series this year. And he's like, yeah, right. And being a Cubs fan, he thought I was nuts because they always lose at everything too. And sure enough, it happened. I was like, dude, I just had the gut feeling that one of us were going to break our curse on the other one.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jay. Thank you.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Bill told
me. I told you, dude, I think they are going to win it this year.
I was in my living room that night. I was like, that fucking Jay, always positive Jay.
I was positively
always
right, unfortunately.
Positive.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to our final segment of the night. This has been a fantastic show. We're going to have some fun. And this is exciting because, APJ, if we get this right, you are going to have a chance to actually win money. You are coming here to maybe have some fun and get some people to become aware of you.
If I win, take my share and donate it to whatever charity you want.
Okay, that's fair. But I'm going to send you the money and you can donate it to whatever.
That's fine.
Don't put that on me. Point is,
I can't trust you. If it was Kelly, I would trust her, but
thank you. At least there's someone trustworthy around now, guys.
The 5 of us are all going to make a pick against the spread on an NFL or a college game this weekend. And if all 5 of us, God damn it, Kelly with the fireball. If all 5 of us are right, we will win our share of $1,700. Last week there were 9 winners actually, so it might not be as amazing as it sounds, but if this is a tough week and there's only like 2 winners, we're going to win a lot of money. Let's just try and get them right. Let's look how we did, though. Yvette was on last week, and she picked the Buccaneers against the Cowboys. She killed that. She won
Love
that.
Her.
Yvette, big shout out to you.
Thanks for standing up for people that want to do podcasts, by the way. That was cool.
Hell yeah.
I love her.
I was a little bit frustrated by anyone that wants to do a podcast. Do a podcast.
Yep.
No, sir.
Yes.
Don't bully.
Do
America.
2 of them.
Yeah,
Don't do 3 though. You'll
Yeah,
end up
3
in
will
the
get you in
doghouse.
trouble.
3's too many. Don't do 3. Yvette came on. She picked the Buccaneers. She did awesome. By the way, everyone go check out her. What is it?
Browns and Bougie.
Bougie.
Yep.
Not Browns and Boogie.
Not Browns and Boogie. First episode dropped. She went to GV Artwork. Had a lot of fun. Had an adventure. Go check it out. It's great. We love you, Yvette. Ed picked the Browns over the Panthers, and thanks to a last-second 58-yard field goal, whatever it was, Ed survived. Ross picked the Chargers over the Raiders. Easy win. I think they won by 4, so you had to win by 3.5. They won by 4. You nailed that one. And I picked Texas Tech over Houston, which once again I believe they won by like 3, and they had to win by 2.5. Yeah. Jess says I should do another shot. Joke's on you. If I do another shot now, you'll never even get to see because we're going to be off air in about 27 minutes with how awkwardly I end this horrible show. Anyway, we were 4-0 until Roger had to pick the Bengals against the Steelers. He literally said the Bengals are going to beat the Steelers by 7, which, I wanted to like jump down your throat when he said it because, I mean, what a dumb pick. There's no way the Steelers are going to like let a team just beat up on them, and the Bengals are going to have a horrible year this year. We all know it. So awful pick, but I let you have it because I love you, and now you fucked us all over, and we didn't win any money. So
Put it on my tab.
all right, so here we go.
Andy Mansion's money.
Yeah, exactly. I did.
Told you I met the woman of my dreams upstairs, and I had to quit gambling, and I haven't watched or paid attention to sports lines or anything ever since.
All right. Well, anyway, here we are, and it's time for us to pick. Roger, I love starting with you because it's always confusing. Who is going to be your?
Oh, great! Put me on the spot first.
There are 5 NFL games with 10-point spreads or more. That's
Give me one of them.
Ridiculous.
You know what I was looking at earlier today was the Falcons and the Rams. How many points are the Falcons getting?
All right, hold on.
10.5.
I'm taking the Falcons with the 10.5.
It's a good one.
Okay, so you're taking Atlanta.
I think the Rams are going just.
Okay, so you think the Falcons are going to come within 10 points of that game?
Yes, I do. I understand the whole. Yes, I do. I'm going to take the Falcons at 10.
So unfortunately,
I grew up on 69th Street. I understand the process.
we will have another week we can't win because
Yes, yeah.
another terrible pick. Kelly.
I've got to do this, guys. I'm going Browns 2-0. They cover the spread and win by 10.
6-point spread.
That's a good
Yeah,
pick.
I'm saying they win by 10, boys. What do you think?
Anyone by a touchdown, but I love it. I love the optimism. APJ, you're always positive. Was Kelly too positive there, or was that a good pick?
She wasn't positive enough. If anything, it was a great pick.
Thank you.
Who are you? What game are you taking?
I'm going to take Baltimore over Miami. I think it was 3.5 I saw. And I just happened to see like a stat where Baltimore has crushed Miami every single, like the last 5 times they played each other. So I'm like, I'll just pick the Ratbirds.
You see what they did to the Pats, though, and they had the same kind of stat. I was going to take Miami in that game.
Pats suck. I can't stand them.
I can't stand
Matt
Baltimore.
Jones is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, of course he is.
I
They
think
play good.
the state of Texas is the most overrated state. So I'm going to bet against them. I'm taking University of Las Vegas against North Texas. They're gonna cover.
See, that's when you know somebody that knows what they're doing, or a guy like me, because I didn't even know those were actual fucking colleges.
Neither did I. Like, oh, North Texas and Vegas. That's great. What are the school mascots? Not a clue.
All right.
North Texas is the green. What are they called? The green. Shit. I wish we had Ed here. He would know this.
You could lie and we'd all believe you.
Oh, he knows everything like that.
He is. Yeah.
And he knows the high schools too. It's crazy. He knows every mascot there's ever been in the whole history of life.
All right. Anyway, green men or green something. Green something. Anyway, Ross.
I've got the Chiefs over the Chargers covering.
So last
-4.
bet on the Chargers. Now you're betting against the Chargers. I love it.
Yeah. So the Chiefs being at home and the way they played last week, deadly combo. And it could be a shootout, but like it could be one of those touchdown for touchdown things. Like whoever ends is going to win by 7. It's going to be a close game, but it's whoever wins is going to cover more than 4 points.
Hit all these, and then we'll win lots of money. We'll send to APJ, and we'll demand he tell us which charity it went
Yeah,
to.
if Roger doesn't sip so much, maybe we would win.
He spit a lot today, man.
He did spit a ton.
He did.
We got him off the
last week.
fence.
Not this
He's
week.
making decisions now.
Hey, on Sunday, I go to Andy. I said, Andy, just give me a good one every week, and I'll put it in. He goes, no, you're going to do amazing. And then we had that happen.
Ross, I'm going to start with you. Tell us who you think is going to be the player of the game against the Jets. I got to go pee, so I'll be right back.
Oh, man. Let's see. I think it's pretty easy to say it's Nick Chubb. I'll just get that one out of the way. And you guys have to be more creative with your pick.
I'm going to go Kareem Hunt because last week he got 2 touchdowns, and I'm going to play him in my fantasy this week. So, Kareem Hunt, I'm going him just to counteract you, Ross.
Go.
But I love you, Ross.
Go ahead,
Running
Jay.
game.
What you got, Jay?
The man right there.
Miles
Miles Garrett is going to have maybe 4 sacks this game. He
4?
is going to
I'm
eat
living for
up.
Is
He's
he
trying to
not
get
getting the
defensive
love on the
player of the
sack?
year.
No one else? Just he's going to get them all?
Sure. Just because they said so. No rhyme or reason behind it. I just
He's
trying to hype
drinking
him up.
highballs right now. Lake
Yeah, Lake Erie High.
He's
I'm all
crazy.
jacked up
He's
on
gonna
Lake
get
Erie
the
highballs.
Browns.
Don't come at me, Ross.
He's going to get the Browns all-time sack record then.
What is the all-time sack record?
He's 2 more to tie.
No,
it.
for like a single
Clay
game.
Matthews, 2 more.
Oh, that'd
yeah.
be sweet.
What's the
But
single
now
game
week
record?
2
I'm
at
good.
home.
I don't know.
I'm going to
What
go with Amari Cooper. I think that they sat down and watched film because he was open all day. And I think Amari Cooper is going to have a day. I think Jacoby Brissett is going to not so much focus on him, but he's going to make sure that he gets the ball and their timing's down. I think they worked on this week. I expect Amari Cooper to have a big day. I think
every single one of these players
I
are
see
going to
him
have a
getting in
good
the end
day.
zone 2 times at least. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not a film nerd or anything, but I saw those clips on Twitter and like Amari he does run perfect routes.
He's
One of the
so
best route
Obviously,
man.
I never played football. I never did all that stuff, but you could just see it.
Yeah.
He makes great cuts. He gets open.
He's so smooth, man. He's so smooth. Yeah, I see Amari being the guy this week.
Nice.
It's on you, Andy.
All right. I'm just going to make this easy. The only way this person would be named the player of the game is if he wins the game. So I'm going to go Cade York.
Yeah.
Cade York.
Cade York.
Plus Ed hates him.
Plus Ed hates him, yes.
Wait, Ed hates Cade York?
There's a big rivalry where, unfortunately, Ed tweeted amazing about Cade York, who, whatever. It was out there. I responded to it with what I thought was funny. I think a couple other people did as well. Cade York liked all of our tweets, but didn't like the initial tweet.
Yeah.
And, Ed's very into attention, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
As we've learned
I did.
tonight.
You know what, though? I heard Cade York on an interview this week, and he said that he's not on social media. He has an account, but he doesn't go on it. So,
Do I have to
wanted
counsel
know
Ed?
that. He said that in an interview this
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
So I have to, Kelly, do you got to send Ed down here? Do I got to counsel him for a couple days, teach him a thing or two?
Andy's been trying.
Do you have a PhD in psychology?
You need
And
like beyond
positivity.
PhD with this.
He needs 12 psychologists.
Hey, our
One
first
for each personality. Ross, you are hilarious.
we took full advantage of our first night with 216 too, an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, we had a lot of great stuff. Plus, we had we just won. We started 1-0. When have we ever done that before? This is
We're about to be 2-0.
No, I love it. We haven't done a long show in a while. I'm enjoying it. I love it.
We have Kelly on, and we have the guy who's always positive. Jay, you're amazing. Like
Hey.
this was the episode to go a little bit.
I had to put the hat. I want to show. I get a message from Ross earlier this week, and he said, "What's your address?" He texted me. He said, "What's your address?" And I give him my address. He said, "I'm sending you something." And I expected Ed to be on my front porch. That's what I thought was going to happen. And I'm like, I got the cot out over here in the corner for him down here in Studio 4. And instead, I got this sweet. Look at this thing. Look at that.
That is
Elfman, eat your heart
Look at
out.
that retro.
Look at that, man.
I
Hey, Andy, you get
so
to
much.
enjoy this Sunday. I'm wearing it Sunday to the game. You get to enjoy it, and all 79,000 other people at the Browns game
God
are
bless
going to enjoy it.
America.
Ross, I love you. Thank you. This is beautiful.
Nobody
Beautiful
is
gift.
more thrilled than Heather because she's always worried. Is Andy going out and trolling for women when he's at the Browns games? But knowing that I'm sitting next to you, that can't obviously happen. So thank you. You give Heather all the
Stay
security.
away from Ed.
Woman repellent.
It's definitely a woman repellent.
Hey, I wanted to say something earlier, and you were talking about homage, and I was like, homage is awesome fucking gear, but it ain't Joe Cool. So I didn't want to interrupt the head.
Oh, wow. What guys, this is our first episode as part of Network 2 and 6. This is gonna be hard to undo, but we are gonna outdo. I said undo. Hey, Kelly, next time let's do less fireball shots, or maybe we do the gas station fireball, huh?
Ooh, no. I don't
Nope,
roll like
nope.
that. No,
No.
not even on my worst day.
They
Then
don't sell
sorry,
that in legs.
You might have to put up with a terrible host that I've been tonight.
Just
So,
mix
You're
a
amazing,
couple
Andy,
Lake
as
Erie
always.
highballs, then you'll be all right.
Yeah, just make some highballs in there. I'm telling you, look, highball
Sorry.
right there.
all right, next week I'm only gonna drink Lake Erie highballs or Fireball with Kelly.
Yes.
Anyway, been an amazing show. APJ, thank you so much for joining us.
Love you, APJ.
Oh, thank
You're
you
awesome.
guys for having me.
You are phenomenal.
thank
Bring
you.
it out.
Everyone check out his
Voice
tailgate.
to land.
Tailgate tour.
It's gonna be amazing. He doesn't promote himself enough, so we're gonna
No, you
We're
do
going to
not.
start promoting you, Jay. We'll get you.
I love you, Jay.
I'm so bad at it.
APJ out. We're gonna
Yeah.
whore him out.
when-
I'm literally the opposite of Ed. Like I
Yeah,
don't like
oh my
attention.
god, I was thinking the same thing.
Dude,
I would rather talk all you guys up than talk myself up. Like I'm far more comfortable doing that. I've always been like that, and I gotta not do that as much. I gotta promote myself.
That don't work on Twitter.
No, I don't.
Do you watch that show on, I think Bally's or whatever Bally's used to be, where they go to like the car shows or whatever, and they just interview people about their like 64 Camaro,
Mm.
and they tell stories about it and everything, and it's so like, it's like when you're just so drunk and not passed out on the couch but you can't turn it off kind of a thing. Like it's not interesting. This would be so much better. Like you should literally contact them and say like, let's do a
Yes.
show where we like show off one of the greatest things is how passionate our tailgate community is.
This is
And
amazing.
it's not just the Muni Lot's king. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Muni Lot is the
All
king of the
over.
king.
Yeah,
Like,
all over.
but
Everyone has
there's lots everywhere filled with
Yep.
these setups, and like they're so extravagant. You just look and you're like, oh, it looks like a little
So
tiny little
amazing.
trailer. They bring down this hatch, and it is just laid out inside. You're like, wow.
and they've been doing it for 20, 40, whatever years. Like they have so many stories. Like, oh God, that would be
Their
such
grandpa passed that RV down to them. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
I had a dude from Australia, and I was taking him around and all over the lots, and we started in the pit, and I'm like, all right, we got to go to Muni. You have to see this. And when he's seen the dog, like the big dog buses and stuff, he's like, mate, I ain't never seen nothing like this before down under. Oh my God. He was just blown away how extravagant our tailgatings are.
And I love the impression, by the way. You see, that was epic.
It was pretty bad, but I tried.
I loved it. I loved
And
it.
I think like the biggest thing there is like if you walk through the community lot nowadays, it seems like it's a bunch of young people partying and going crazy and like a bunch of nonsense. But there's so many people that are just there to have the food and the camaraderie of it, have fun.
I mean, part of the reason I do this is so now when I go around tailgating, I know all these people and they feed me more.
That's it, man. I got a full. I'm
That's
gonna
what
have
this is all
breakfast.
about. It's all about free food. I'm winning. Come on.
I'm gonna have breakfast, brunch, and lunch before the game when we go down this week. Andy and I will be down there. We're gonna be with Brandon. We're gonna be a bunch of people. Ross will be there, right?
No, I'm not being there this weekend. No.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, I'll see you guys down there then. I'll be ripping around everywhere.
Hell yeah. We love
All
it.
right.
And so excited to do these videos. Everyone check them out on Twitter. APJ, you're a fantastic guest. I hope you come on back on soon. Oh my
I mean, Kelly, if you ever need a day off and need a host and they don't want to bring Ed back, I'm available.
Nice.
All right.
love it.
After he doesn't like Cade York, I'm kind of down on Ed these days.
Hey, you're gonna have
My
to
daughter
submit.
wants a Cade York jersey.
Hey, you're gonna have to submit your resume to 216 now, but
All right.
you can use us as a reference now.
All right. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming on.
I would like to do a final chug just for the future of me and Ed. Let's just, best wishes to all and anyone else out there going through drama in their lives, which we all are. This chug's for you, babies.
Hell yeah.
Kelly is the best.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Love you, Ross.
You literally are the best. I can't
Kelly
even
is the best.
how
Facts.
hellish
All
these
facts.
past weeks have been. Props to you. You're an amazing person. I've so appreciated getting to know you, and I love that you're going to be on the Dog Chug for a while. And Roger and Ross.
Get your ass up north so we can hang out again.
Oh, it's happening soon.
Yeah. There's they might be up pretty soon. Which is gonna be fun.
Next couple games, Jay, I'll hit you up.
All right.
Ross, Roger, thank you so much for taking this journey with Network 2 and 6. I think this is going to be amazing.
Yes.
Love
Yeah,
Network.
I got to sign off, though. Sorry to cut you short. Appreciate being on.
We're all
That's the show.
All right,
great.
let's all just take one more sip of Lake Erie Highball, and then we'll
All right.
go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns!
Go Browns.